Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayana Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayat Mudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nastapaya Subhadresu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavadirnaistiki
Bhaktin Bhavati Nastiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, text number 27. 27. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Tokena jīva-haraṇaṁ yat ulūki-kāyās.
Tokena jīva-haraṇaṁ yad ulūki-kāyās.
Trai-māsikasya padā śakaṭo pavṛttaḥ.
trai-māsikasya padā śakaṭo purport.
Yat riṅgatāntara-gatena divi-spṛśor
Yad riṅgatāntara-gatena divi-spṛśor
unmūlanaṁ itarathārjunayor bhāvyam.
unmūlanaṁ itarathārjunayor bhāvyam.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Tokena,
Tokena,
by a child.
by a child.
Jīva-haraṇaṁ,
Jīva-haraṇaṁ,
killing a living being.
killing a living human being.
Yat,
Yet
one which.
one which
Ulūki-kāyās,
ulūki-kāyās
assumed the
assumed the
giant body of a demon.
giant body of a demon.
Trai-māsikasya,
trai-māsikasya,
one who is only 3 months old.
only 3 months old.
Cha,
Also
padā,
padā,
by the leg.
by the leg.
Śakaṭo pavṛttaḥ,
śakaṭo pavṛttaḥ,
turned over the cart.
turn over the cart.
Yet, one who riṅgatā, while crawling.
Antara-gatena,
being overtaken. Divi, high in the sky. Spṛśah, touching. Va, ether. Unmūlanaṁ, uprooting. Tu, but. Itaratha, anyone else then. Arjuna Yahua, of the 2 Arjuna trees. Na bhāvyam, was not possible. Translation purport by Divine Grace Abhay Charanavanda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. There is no doubt about Lord Kṛṣṇa's being the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, how was it possible for him to kill a giant demon like Pūtanā
like Pūtanā,
when he was
when he was
just on the lap of his mother,
just on the lap of his mother, her mother,
to overturn a cart
to overturn a cart
with his leg
with his knee, right,
when he was only 3 months old,
when he is 3 months old,
or
or
to uproot a
to uproot a
pair of arjuna trees
pair of ordinances
so high
so high
that they touched the sky
that they touched the sky,
when he was only crawling.
when he was only traveling.
All these activities are
All these activities are
impossible for
impossible for
anyone other than the Lord himself.
anyone other than the Lord himself.
Purport. One cannot manufacture a god by one's mental speculation or by numerical votes, as he became a practice for the less intelligent class of men. God is God eternally, and an ordinary living entity is eternally a part and parcel of God. God is one without a second, and the ordinary living entities are many without number. All such living entities are maintained by God Himself, and that is the verdict of the Vedic literatures. When Krishna was on the lap of his mother, the demon Pūtanā appeared before his mother and prayed to nurture the child in her lap. Mother Yaśodā agreed, and the child was transferred onto the lap of Pūtanā, who was in the garb of a respectable lady. Pūtanā wanted to kill the child by smearing poison on the nipple of her breast. But when everything was complete, the Lord sucked her breast along with her very year of life. And the demon's gigantic body, said to be as long as 6 miles, fell down. But Lord Kṛṣṇa did not need to expand himself to the length of the she-demon Pūtanā, although he was quite competent to extend himself more than 6 miles along. In his Vāmana incarnation, he posed himself as a dwarf, the Brahmana, but when he took possession of his land promised by Bali Mahārāja, he expanded his footstep to the top of the universe, extending over thousands of millions of miles. So it was not very difficult for Krishna to perform a miracle by extending his bodily feature. But he was no desire to do it because of his deep filial love for his mother Yaśodā. If Yaśodā had seen Krishna in her lap extending 6 miles to cope with the she-demon Pūtanā, then the natural maternal love of Yaśodā would have been hurt, because in that way Yaśodā would have come to know that her so-called son Krishna was God himself. And with the knowledge of the Godhood of Kṛṣṇa, Yaśodā would have lost the temper of her son love for Krishna as a natural mother. But as far as Lord Kṛṣṇa is concerned, he is God always, either as a child on the lap of his mother or as the coverer of the universe, Vāmana Deva. He does not require to become God by undergoing severe penance, although some men think of becoming God in that way. By undergoing severe austerities and penances, one cannot become one or equal with God, but one can attain most of the godly qualities. A living being can attain godly qualities to a large extent, but he cannot become God. Whereas Krishna, without undergoing any type of penances, is God always, either in the lap of his mother or growing up or at any stage of growth. So, at any age, at the age of only 3 months, he killed the śakaṭo, who had remained hidden behind a cart in the house of Yaśodā. And when he was crawling and was disturbing his mother from doing household affairs, the mother tied him with a grinding pestle. But the naughty child dragged the pestle up to the pair of very high arjuna trees in the yard of Yaśodā. And when the pestle was stuck between the pair of trees, they fell down with a horrible sound. When Yaśodā came to see the happenings, she thought that her child had been saved from the falling trees by the mercy of the Lord, without knowing that the Lord himself crawling in her yard had wreaked the havoc. So that is the way of reciprocation of love affairs between the Lord and his devotees. Yaśodā wanted to have the Lord as her child, and the Lord played exactly like a child in her lap, but at the same time played the part of Almighty Lord whenever it was so required. The beauty of such pastimes was that the Lord fulfilled everyone's desire. In the case of felling the gigantic Arjuna trees, the Lord's mission was to deliver the two sons of Kuvera, who were condemned to become trees by the curse of Narada, as well as to play like a crawling child in the yard of Yaśodā. So, took transcendental pleasure in seeing such activities of the Lord in the very yard of her home. The Lord, in any condition, is Lord of the universe, and he can act as such in any form, gigantic or small, as he likes. Om Dasa. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Bhasha Shateshadarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhupada Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Today's sloka, it is again talking about the activities of Lord Krishna when he appeared in this material world 5000 years back in Vrindavan. So here there are multiple activities of Krishna was explained in this sloka. Brahma is explaining to Narada, and he wanted to declare the supremacy of the Supreme Lord, supremacy of the Lord Krishna, that he is the supreme and he can do anything and everything. And Prabhupada also explaining why Krishna acted in that way. So, by hearing the pastimes of Krishna, it is always released to the devotees. Even though the pastimes are again and again, yes, every year, the Kartik month is coming. So, we are celebrating Damodara. So, Damodara Arati. Every year it is coming. Every year we know this is the story that Lord Krishna, he pulled the mortar and he made the two Arjuna trees fall down. So that everybody we know. But still, while hearing again and again, we are releasing the same and the same pastime, what happened, what everything. There is no suspense into that. But still, we are able to release that. Because why we are able to release? Because Lord is connected into that. So wherever the Lord is connected, we can release we can enjoy that. And if you see the other categories of people who are not devotees, they will get envy of the Lord, so that what they will speak? They will speak against all these activities. They cannot release this, whatever the stories. They will say, how come it is possible a small child pull a mortar first, and how come he can pull the mortar in between the trees and pull down the Arjuna trees? It is specified here the Arjuna trees were very old trees. And in his father also, Krishna's father, he was also saying, Nanda Gopar, he was also saying that when his grandfather was there, that time also the tree was so high. So that means it was there for very long time. There are multiple generations they crossed there. Still the Arjuna trees were in the courtyard. That means there is a very big trees, but two Arjuna trees. So when Lord came in between the trees and he pulled the mortar in between the trees, the two trees fell down. So that in order to pull the two trees, how much strength is required? It is not possible for a 3-month-old child or a small child. When he pulled the Arjuna trees, he was not 3-month-old child. He was a little boy. How it is possible? It is a small child to pull the two Arjuna trees, and it is fell down with a great sound. And also, this is the wonder, because only Lord can do this Leela. Because Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karmacha me divyam evam yo vetti tatpadaha tyaktya deham punarjanma naiti mamedi so Arjuna. That means Krishna is saying to Arjuna, the person who knows my birth in this material world and my activities, who understood that person never going to take birth again in this material world, they will come back to me. So in order to in order to give the pleasure to the devotees, Lord is doing all these pastimes. And whatever the pastimes Lord did, it is extraordinary. It is beyond the human limit. It is not possible to replicate the same activities by us whimsically. But when Rasalila happened, during that time, the Lord's age was only 10 years old. That time he was dancing with the gopis in Vrindavana. And at the night, it is the Rasalila, it is named as Rasalila. But currently, there are so-called the bogus gurus, what they are doing? Oh, I am also Krishna, I am also doing the Rasalila. So they are also wanted to dance with the women's. So this is just an imitation. This is a cheating. So we cannot imitate Lord Krishna. And also there's somebody saying that by tapasya, I become one with the God, I am becoming a God. It is not, one cannot become a God by doing a severe penance and other tapasya, anything, meditation. One cannot become a God because God is always God, He is always one only. We are all part and parcel of the God. We may get the qualities of the God, that's all. It is said that there are a very famous example. The ocean and the drop of water from the ocean. Both ocean and the drop of water, both are same qualities. This is also salty, that is also salty. Everything is there, all the qualities. If the scientists, if they are comparing these qualities of the both the water, one drop of water from the ocean and the entire wash of water of the ocean, both are by qualitatively it is equal. But quantity wise, if you see, it is just only one drop, that is a big ocean. So that is a difference. So Lord is like a ocean, big ocean. In that, we are like a small drop. So we are all part and parcel of the Lord. So that is the reason we cannot imitate the Lord. We cannot become God at all. We are part and parcel of the Lord. By practicing this severe penance and all, what will happen? We can acquire some of the qualities of the Supreme Lord. Because all the qualities are with us also. Because we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And all the qualities are there. So we can improve some of the qualities, but we cannot equal to a God. Because God is 100%. It is said that God is 100% qualities are there. The Brahma, Lord Shiva, they are able to reach up to 78% of the qualities of the Lord. But the living entities, they can reach up to 58 qualities of the Lord. So like that, 58% also. So if the living entities tried more and more with the severe penance, they can reach up to the Brahma level, which is 78%. And beyond that, it is not possible. So that is the way we have to understand that Lord cannot be imitated. Whatever the activity is done by the Lord, Supreme Lord, is did a perfect way. There is no doubt, nobody can find a fault in that. So when he was a small child, who came? Pūtanā came as a gopi. He came as in the form of gopi, and she wanted to give her milk to the child. What happened? Lord understood that she came here to kill him. So nobody can kill God, right? He is a supreme. Nobody can kill. He knows all the plans of all the living entities. So he sucked her very life itself. So it is said that in the Srimad Bhagavatam, she has 6 miles size. The size of Pūtanā 6 miles. And Prabhupada is explaining that it is not necessary Lord need to expand 6 miles or more than her to kill her. Lord is a small boy. He just, by drinking milk only, he sucked her life. And she died. And because why is Lord don't want to, because Lord is not possible for the Lord. We cannot say that it is not possible for someone to expand like 6 miles. But Lord can expand more than that also. So that's what Prabhupada is comparing with the Vāmana Avatara. When Vāmana Avatara happened, Lord asked 3 steps. And when to Bali Mahārāja, When Bali Mahārāja understood that the person who came and asking 3 steps is the Lord, Supreme Lord himself, then what he did? He ready to give everything. Then Lord took a huge size. He expanded himself is a huge size. It's almost it touched the covering of the universe, that much big size. And within 2 steps, he covered the entire universe. All the 14 planets are covered within 2 steps. Then he was asking where to give the 3rd step that time. So that means we cannot imagine how big Lord can be expanded, how big the Lord is. So this all the Pūtanā also, compared to the Lord, Pūtanā also is a small toy only for the Lord. That's what happened. And Chakrasura, there is another demon. He came in the form of the bullock cart. So when Lord was sleeping under a cart, under a bullock cart, Mother Yaśodā, so since it was sun rays were there, so in order to give the shadow, what she did, he put him under the bullock cart. The bullock cart is the Chakrasura. He was in the form of bullock cart. But Lord, what he did, he was sleeping under the tree. Lord is a very small baby. He kicked the bullock cart with his small legs. What happened? Its lotus feet, it touched the bullock cart. The bullock cart, came out of it. It is fly very high, almost touch the sky. That much high it is went, and it is the Chakrasura. He was died in that. So this is the way Lord did these pastimes, and we cannot, because when Arjuna tree fall down, when Pūtanā trying to kill Arjuna, when kill Krishna, all those activities, there is no doubt for Yaśodā, because if she had a small doubt, okay, all these activities only Supreme Lord can do, but my child, this is my son. He was always in the category, always thinking that he's my small boy, he's my son. The Arjuna tree is supposed to, it was fell down because of something else, and my son was saved by the Supreme Lord. So that is the way she was thinking. She never had a doubt that he is a Supreme Lord. One of the pastime, when Lord showed the entire universe in his mouth, that time also, by seeing that, she became unconscious. Then Lord covered that her remembrance with his yoga maya. So that is the reason Lord wanted to enjoy the Yaśodā, she wanted to play with his child like a mother and children relationship. So Lord, she wanted Lord as his child. That is the reason Lord mercifully wanted to enjoy the motherhood also. So she wanted to enjoy the motherhood with the Lord as a child. So Lord also enjoy the normal gopi, the Vrindavana, how she will treat her child. So he is also, by seeing Yaśodā, he also used to fear, and he also used to cry. All those pastimes he did. All those pastimes is like kind of a Madhuram. Madhura means it is very sweet pastimes. So even though you are hearing those pastimes multiple times, we won't get bored, because we are all the devotees of the Lord. By hearing that, what will happen? Our heart will be cleansed, and it will advance in the spiritual life. So all the extraordinary activities Lord did, but all those activities cannot be imitated. If somebody trying to imitate, there is a fool in this material world. So we should not be follower of the fools, yes, who is posing themselves as a avatar of Krishna. Yes, there are so many people are there now also. They are saying that Kalki Bhagavan. Kalki Bhagavan, he is supposed to come at the end of the Kali Yuga, after 432,000 years. But now itself Kalki Bhagavan appeared. And he is going to live only for 50-60 years, that's all. So how it is become a Kalki Bhagavan? He cannot become a Kalki Bhagavan. Kalki Bhagavan, there is a mention in the Srimad Bhagavatam how he is going to take birth, and which village, who is his father and mother, and how many brothers and sisters he will have. All those things are explained is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have to we have to accept the scripture as it is, so that, and we don't want to do any research, because all the research already done. So many acharyas, so many our forefathers, everybody, all the scriptures, they gone through, they analyzed, they understood, and finally they accepted. So we don't wanted to reinvent the wheel again. Okay, what will happen? How it is possible? Lord took the Govardhana in his finger. How it is possible? How big it is? All those things we don't wanted to think. We should have the conviction that Lord is a supreme Lord. He can do. It is possible. Anything is possible for the Lord because He is a supreme, and He can do anything. He can give anything. He can take away anything. So that conviction we should have. If you have that conviction without any tinge of doubt, then we can release the Lord's pastimes and we can get the mercy of the Lord. And Prabhupada lastly, what is saying that the Lord in any condition is Lord of the universe. So whatever the activities he did as a small child, in that condition also he is a supreme Lord. He never became a human being with a body like us. He was a big human being. He was always, even though he was a small baby, he is a supreme Lord only. So he can take any form. He can become the smallest, and he can become a bigger than the biggest. As he likes, there is nobody can control that Lord need to come on this particular time. No one need to take this form. Nobody can tell anything. Whatever he wants, whatever he likes, he will do. He will do the pastimes. So there is an example it is given. So when there is suppose in our country, there are each and every cities, there is a jail is there. So that jail or PM or CM, anytime they can go and visit. That whatever the jail, they are not the Kaidis. They are not the Western people who are there in the jail. But they are not the criminals, right? They are just wanted to give they will go and see, and they will give some gift to the people who are there inside of the jail, and if somebody doing good within the jail also, they will release them. So this is the activities that PM or CM used to do. But they are not bound with the jail. Anytime they can go and visit. The similar way, this material world is a jail for all of us. And Lord is like a PM or CM. He is the header. So he can come at any point of time. He can come inside. He can visit, and he can release the people from the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, birth, death, old age, and disease, and take it to his abode. So that is Lord's will. It is entirely Lord's will, and entirely Lord's mercy one can get the bhakti, and in this very life, he can go back to Godhead. Just what we can do? Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatpadaga tyakta adegam punarjanma naiti mamaidi so arjuna. Just chant the holy name of the Lord, understand the Lord's birth and his activities, the transcendental activities in his material world, whatever he did. Just release that pastimes and always chant the glories of the holy name and serve the Lord. Definitely we can go back to Godhead in this very life itself. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.